What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to The Beacon. Today, we have episode 4 of, it's episode 4, right, of the podcast. Our guests today, guys, are Soulartm and Eman6000. I'm sure a lot of you guys know them. They've been around the channel for a very long time. So before we get started, I'm going to have them introduce themselves. I hope everyone's having a fantastic day. This should be going up as a premiere right now on YouTube. So hello to everybody that's here already in the chat. I appreciate you guys being here. So I guess before we do anything else, I'll ask them to introduce themselves, and then we'll get the ball rolling. So welcome, guys. How are you today?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. All right.
Eman is here with us. He just doesn't have the webcam because at 1,000 subs, he's going to be doing his face reveal. So I respect him actually not doing the face reveal yet. It's pretty. One day it's going to be legendary. It's going to be great.
It's like legend. Wait for it. Dairy.
Dairy. Face reveal. Dude, what? Like seriously, man. Like I saw that like Froggy Crossing did a face reveal recently, and everyone lost their mind, dude. And like I'm gonna lose my mind when Eman does a face reveal because
I'm gonna lose my mind. My mind's already lost. I haven't even gotten there yet, and I'm lost.
I like pictured like a bunch of different faces in my mind, and I'm like, I don't know what he looks like, but it's got to be one of these faces. By now, I'm pretty sure I have the exact idea of what he looks like. I've just been like I've been working on it every day, trying to picture like what does he look like, man? It's a mystery, but
so make a mission. It's like everybody just draws what they think He-Man looks like, and then when the reveal comes, like, bam, that person gets a prize.
That would be really awesome. I'm gonna go on like Google Maps and just like go like to where you guys live and just like keep like clicking around the area. I'm like, is that Eman? Is that Eman? Is that
Eman? that there he is. I found him. There you go.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, you never spot me. I'm always in my car. So
beautiful. But yeah, man. Right. So like, if you guys want to just describe like your start on YouTube, where you guys came from, and like basically just a little bit about yourselves, that'd be cool.
Eman, you want to start it?
All right, I'll start off.
Go for it.
So hi, yes, I'm Eman. I haven't shown my face or anything yet, so that's why you can't see me clearly. I basically started YouTube like around 2019, back in like May 2019, and I kind of started uploading consistently random stuff on Switch content. Kind of just kept going. My channel got nowhere from that, but about at the end of 2019 in December, I started streaming. Which at first didn't really get me anywhere until like a little bit in it, I started all of a sudden growing so much, and that's how I kind of met y'all two. I just rated y'all randomly, and then I came back to y'all's channel one day. I remember seeing Big Kid Nick like grow so much. I rated him like at 800 subs, and then I came back to him. He was like 1.1k. I'm like, oh my god, he's grown so much since last time I seen him. It was like a week later, or probably a little bit further. It probably felt like a week. I don't really remember, but it was great, and I just sticked around, and here I am now.
Yeah, it has been a pleasure. I remember the first time you rated me, man, and like I remember like I went and subscribed to you right away, and I was like, oh, this guy seems really cool. And like came like your first member night in our server, and we played for a while, and it was a really fun night, dude. That was a very, very cool time that we had. That was fun, dude. So
that was very fun.
It's been a pleasure knowing you since then, dude. It's been fun.
So me, I've been around for a while. I've been on YouTube since 2010. I've had multiple different accounts, but finally this one kind of stuck again. But I was doing everything back then. I was doing PC gaming, I was doing Sony gaming, I was doing Nintendo. But now on this channel I do Soulartm, Switch gaming, Nintendo Switch. Mostly every once in a while Eman gets me into another game.
Sure.
But it wasn't until like this time last year where I actually like the channel started to really take off, because it was just a channel I used to watch content. I didn't really kind of use anything of it. And then I was like, on my other channel, I had another channel right before this one that I was just doing random just gameplay, let's plays. And I was like, oh, I can stream now because my internet's better. So I was like, you know what? I want to do something new. I'm going to try something out. I'm going to try moving my core values and ideas into this and just kind of go with it. And I made this channel mostly Nintendo, and like 99% Nintendo. Sure. And I was like, all right, let's go. And in a very short amount of time, I got rated by Eman, which spiked me up. I got introduced to Splatoon, which spiked me up more. And then Nick, you rated me, and And it's just like, ah!
Yeah, I don't remember, Soul. Did I know who you were before I rated you, or did E-Man tell me about you? I don't remember exactly.
I
think I did tell you.
Yeah, because I think I had gone to a stream of yours, but I didn't. Like, usually I'm pretty hesitant. Like, I always kind of, like, go to streams and kind of figure out people and just, like, go look at their content. And I'm like, oh, wow, God, 1,200 subscribers. Oh, my God. And I was like, all right, Nick's pretty awesome. You know, it's like, all right, I'm going to be here for a while. Subscribe. It's like, and yeah.
I appreciate it.
And in that time frame, like, I met E-Man. I met another YouTuber, Yoshi Gamerboy, that also was helping me. And then, yeah, in like that very short amount of time, my channel grew.
Yep.
And expanded, and then now I've been just doing a whole bunch of crazy Nintendo content, trying to keep up with all the new games, but most of the time sticking to the same formula like Smash, Splatoon, Animal Crossing. Those are the hits right now.
Yeah, for sure, man. I'm definitely the same way, where I feel like the core of my channel is a lot of those games, and then every now and then I try to deviate and do something new. Yeah. But I feel like if you have a strong foundation, like, you know, like, what your channel is, like, it kind of helps you, like, have more confidence that no matter what you try, like, you can always go back to, like, games that everyone loves, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I try that every once in a while. I just did that recently. Like, I went into Mega Man series gaming. I was like, oh, I'm going to go Mega Man X. One of my most favorite games on the SNES. And I just like, let me go ahead and do this. And, yeah, it was quiet. Like, there was people in there, but it was nowhere near all my other streams. I was like, oh, come on. It's really hard for Mega Man content and Zelda content, too. Like, Breath of the Wild, everybody loves that. But when I go to Wind Waker or, you know, Twilight Princess, yeah, it doesn't do as well. And it kind of saddens me a little bit.
Yeah. It's very strange. I just feel like Nintendo on YouTube is a very strange place. Like, a lot of the newer games, they tend to draw more of an audience, and the older games tend to draw less of an audience. I don't know if Twitch is different, because I have like no experience on Twitch besides like streaming Rocket League a few times. But I just all I know is, like, I didn't really even know like what to expect with YouTube. And I randomly went live one night, and I was just like, it was I had a bare bones overlays, bare bone everything else, and like the more I did it, the more I loved it. It was one of those things where, like, I started like getting like more like the second people found the channel and started coming to streams, I was like, I have a small following, and I should not take that for granted, and I definitely didn't. And I was like, let me try to just improve this over time and see what happens. And dude, over the course of like the next like while, man, it's just crazy how it can grow and grow and grow. You know, I just didn't know that it just happened, like, ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Like, I've had I've had a channel in the past where, yeah, it did that in like 6 months. It went to 5K. I'm like, I didn't do thumbnails. I didn't do SEO. I didn't do all this newfangled stuff that they're like, oh, you got to really do this to get your view counts and your impressions and all this newfangled stuff that they have on YouTube. And I was like, wait, why is that so hard now?
Yeah, right.
I gotta really try.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't mind it. Like, I love making the thumbnails because I'm a graphic designer by heart.
Sure.
I love making content because I love playing games, and I love playing games with people.
Sure.
And like the core value of my channel, it helps. And I was like, all right, why is it so hard?
Dude, it's really weird because I feel like I love making thumbnails so much. Like, more than like some people think it's kind of tedious. Like, some people love it, some people don't like it. But I feel like when I'm making a thumbnail, it's kind of like the calm before the storm. So like, I'm kind of sitting here by myself, and it's very calm and relaxing. I kind of get to go edit it how I want to edit it. And then you put it up and you put your stream up, then you go live, which it can be pretty crazy. But like, it's almost like cathartic for me, like to have like that time to myself to just like drink tea, hang out, make a thumbnail, and then put it up. And then I go live, and then I have a good time with everybody. But like that time for myself, where I'm very like just peaceful, and there's nobody else around me. It's just really nice. I like that a lot.
Yeah, and I have a battle with it because I'm a graphic designer by heart. I'm like, wait, I don't want to put my face in it though. Sure. And I'm like, everybody. There's a lot of like different YouTubers, and I don't discredit like everybody putting their face in their thumbnails and stuff like that. And I'm like, wait, I'm not selling me.
Sure.
And that's how I kind of went with my content. I was like, I'm not really wanting to sell me per se. I'm wanting to sell the game.
Sure.
And I'm really wanting to sell in the community. So I try to incorporate the community feeling and the game into my thumbnails. Because I'm still, and it's not because I hate putting my face in it, and I'm like, I look at everybody else and go, why are you doing that? No, it's more like me. I don't. No, I just can't put my face. I'm a little embarrassed to do that. Like for some reason, it bothers me. And so it's like I try so hard. Like I think I did. I've done only one recent thumbnail where my face is sorta in the thumbnail, and it was the Among Us stream that we had recently, man.
Oh yeah.
And it's like you just see the little blue guy, and my face is just.
I love that thumbnail.
Like looking
hilarious.
through the visor of of that. And it was like the only. There's very very seldom times that I do it, and yeah, I don't understand why it doesn't work.
Yeah,
I try
don't know,
really
like, yeah, for me, like, I don't know, like, I pretty much started putting my face in thumbnails. I don't know. I feel like, personally, I feel like when, I don't know what it is, but I feel like if you see a thumbnail with someone's face on it, and, like, it just, for some reason, I feel like it does get more clicks, and it gets more engagement. I don't know why that is, but I just think, like, I got lucky and decided to do it one day, and, like, I think it definitely, that helped the channel in some way, shape, or form. But, like, at the same time, I do respect that, like, some people want to just sell like their stream for the game they're playing and not for themselves, you know.
Yeah.
I have a lot of friends that when they stream, they don't have a webcam. Like Eman, like you don't have a webcam. And my friend Kratos Orion Plays, who is one of my favorite streamers on the platform of YouTube, does not use his webcam at all. But like when you go on his stream, he has a way of making you feel so welcome. Like it's just if Kratos watched this, dude, like hello Kratos, like thanks for watching this, man. I appreciate it. Dude, I'm a big fan of you, man, and like I think you're a great content creator. And he just does whatever he wants to do in his channel. He does whatever game he wants to play. But he also makes you feel really welcome when you join, which is really cool. So it's just a different, like, it's just like a personal preference, I think, you know? It's weird.
Yeah, that's the battle. It's the same thing when you do with your streams itself. It's just like, how am I setting up today? and Nick, your setups are crazy. Like, I look at them and it's just like, whoa! What is going on? It's so awesome. And I'm sitting here going, I don't like this. Move this over. Move that over. And I've gone to a point where, like, in mine, where I just, minimalism is kind of where I'm headed. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't want so much stuff. Like, it feels like a lot of activity, and I want people to see more of the game and less of me. But and I still try to make the cam as big as I can, because I try to use the same rule of thirds when it comes to having your face on the stream.
Sure.
But I was like, do people really need to see, you know, this big long bar? Do people, you know, and on my streams, I'm not saying on everybody else's, because everybody else's, it works, and it's part of the community.
Sure.
And it's like, okay, what feels right for mine? And that's a battle. Oh,
yeah,
I didn't do this.
Like knowing yourself, like knowing what you like. I mean, it's like acting at the same time, man. Because every actor's like different genre, different personality, different like what works for them. You know, like you're not gonna throw a certain actor. Like I'm trying to think of an example, like Paul Rudd, like in a Dwayne the Rock Johnson movie. You know what I mean? Or you're not gonna put The Rock like in a different movie. You know what I mean? Like,
which would be awesome.
I would watch it. I would love it. I would watch it all day long. But I just feel like with YouTube, it's just like everyone's got different things. Like I remember, like do you guys know Relia, who that is? The Hollow Knight content creator. No. He's like he had like I remember like last year he rated me when he was at like 70,000 subs. Now he's got like 120,000 subs or 110,000 subs.
What? No wonder you grew so much. You got rated by 70K.
I got rated by like Abdallah Smash, who has like 890,000 subscribers.
He got rated by Failboat too.
I got a Failboat raid one time. So I've gotten a lot of crazy raids from people. But Failboat raided me when YouTube was broken. You couldn't drop links in your stream. He didn't know that. So everyone that raided with Failboat had to go manually type in my channel name and then raid me. So it was only like 10 people. But the idea that Failboat found my channel was like, bro, that's just, to me, that's insane.
I know. I'm a big fan of Failboat, so that was I was there for it too. I was like, oh my god, is that raid?
Yeah,
really?
It blew my mind. I was like, dude, I don't even know. Like, I literally just started doing YouTube randomly, and I'm like, the fact that Failboat even knows who I am is insane to me.
And that boggles the mind, like how you get noticed on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like like I said, I had a channel and it went way fast, and I didn't do any of this stuff. And now it's like it's a battle, and I'm not disparaging like how fast I'm moving. I'm moving at my pace, and it's great.
Sure.
Like my community's awesome.
Sure.
I love everybody in it. Everybody's my friend in there. Sure. I love seeing everybody come in. But I'm like, you can't help but to look at other channels and be
100%.
like, and you go, what are they doing right? And what am I doing wrong? Not to say that everything's like that, but what is it that's making the difference? And sometimes it's about timing.
Yeah.
I've gotten down to the point, it's like, you could do everything they do, but it's timing.
Yeah.
Also in there. The RNG of YouTube.
And the right place, right time, right title, right everything, and that can...
Yeah.
Yeah, I
that
agree.
can make everything. And so I started, like, looking at other streamers, and it's like, okay, well, I can do that.
Uh-huh.
And I can do this. And it's like, I forgot that hashtags was a thing. I saw one of your streams, Nick. I'm like, oh yeah, you can do hashtags. I'll start doing that again.
Yeah.
It's like, and I realized that does impact. Every little thing that I kept adding, my impressions would go up and things would happen. And like last night, it was crazy stream. Way more than normal.
Sure.
I got up to 30 viewers at one time. I was like, what?
You got up there.
That's awesome.
I got up to 30 viewers.
I saw the stream for a little bit. I saw you're like around 17 or like 15. I'm like, oh wow.
Yeah, it stayed pretty steady, like at 12 and up. And I was like, wow, all right. I didn't really try on the title. But I did SEO, and I did the hashtags, and I did, push out to Twitter and all that stuff. And then Nick retweeted me.
Yes, I did.
And then I was like... And then immediately, the funny thing is, I saw the retweet and I started counting. How much time did that take to get to me? And immediately I spiked 10 viewers. I'm like, ah!
Wait, after I retweeted you did?
Yeah, it
Dude,
spiked
I didn't
up.
even know that. Dude, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
so I pay attention to what's happening on all my analytics, because now I have Twitter analytics and YouTube analytics running along with
that's so cool,
TubeBuddy.
man.
And I'm watching everything, and so I'm trying to see where things are coming from now, and I'm learning a lot. Like, I didn't know half this stuff 10 years ago.
Right.
And I'm kind of glad I didn't, because I probably would freak out back then.
Dude, yeah, it's just been crazy, man, because like I feel like everyone that's found my channel this early on and supported me, dude, I feel like I owe them the whole world, you know what I mean? So like, if there's a content creator that follows me, that supported me in any way, shape, or form, dude, like, if I can help them in any way, I try my best to do that, you know? Because like, I would not be here without people that have supported me since the start, you know? So it's just been... You feel like you owe them. Like, it's a weird, like, eternally grateful feeling that I feel for people, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those things, and I've been trying to incorporate that into everything. Like, everybody's like, "Oh, well, yeah, you're great, you're awesome," and I'm like, "Yeah, I wouldn't be here without all these people.
Yeah,
don't forget these people. Go to them."
Yeah, man.
And I find that honesty and that kindness of heart, it really does a lot. Like,
yeah.
For your channel too, Nick, like, it's a big thing. And I'm like, well, that's how I naturally am. So, that's not hard for me. Okay, I can easily, push more. And so now I do that even more. Like, every time somebody says, oh, what's another creator? Well, here's the list. I have a whole room in my Discord where it's just like all the YouTubers or Twitch streamers that have rated me.
Sure.
I have people, if you see a channel you love and you say, hey, when this person needs some support, well, there's a room for that. Here, post their link. Trust me, I'll see it. I'm an admin. I'm going to go click on it, and I'm probably going to subscribe 99%.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how I feel now. It's like, I don't want my community to be just a YouTube channel or just a streamer channel that just makes content.
Yep.
Even though, yeah, I love to make people laugh, I love to inspire, and I love to feed people with determination.
Sure.
But I want to support everybody else. And it's like SM Aiden, Dragon Dance.
SM Aiden is like one of the most supportive people.
Very!
They rate me all the time, and like literally, I've rated them a few times too, and like, dude, the best mutual interaction between us two, man.
So
Aiden's great.
I could go through a list of everybody that's just so supportive. Rodicus, Trevor Remix.
Trevor's awesome. Yeah, Trevor's one of my first viewers.
It's just like I started incorporating that more and more and more and more into my channel. Like, I think I have a whole section dedicated to people that are featured channels.
Yep.
And yeah, it's like, hey, You want to see great YouTubers? Go down there.
Yeah.
There's Nick. There's E-Man. There's SM8.
There's like I feel like YouTube in a way is unique compared to Twitch because I feel like YouTube's not the dominant streaming platform. So everyone that's trying to be a streamer on this platform, I feel like there's more of like a camaraderie, like brotherhood, like sisterhood feeling where like you want to help everybody out. Because with Twitch, it feels like everyone's kind of like doing their own thing, and you get support and you get raids and whatnot. I just feel like with YouTube, man, like everyone that I've met is like stuck around. You know what I mean? Like, Like, I just feel like I talk to people on a regular basis that like I didn't know before. And people like join the Discord VCs that we do on the weekends, and people always talk to me in there. Like people share ideas, and people like DM me all the time, and like I just feel like I have like there's like a crazy community on YouTube, and once you're in it, you're in it. Like it's like hey, like you're a streamer, you're a content creator, you're in the community now. It's like it's weird. It's weird.
And I try my hardest. I'm gonna tell you this right out. I have a horrible memory. I write everything down. Uh-huh. I write everything, and it's because of my past, where I have had injuries, where my memory is just horrible. And so, if I write your name down, you can guarantee that I'm doing everything that I can to support, because it's that important.
Sure,
it's just that much, and that's why like my recent video of just E-Man, if you weren't there, I wouldn't be here. It's that kind of stuff. It's just, and it's very heartfelt. It's just those things that I'm not about just me. I'm about the community.
Sure.
Yeah, and that's where my channel's headed.
Yeah, I remember like I talked to Relia one time, like the one Hollow Knight YouTuber that rated me a long time ago, and like we were it was in a stream. We were talking about like what. Like, I feel like his streams and my streams are so different because, like, he does, like, tutorials and stuff for Hollow Knight. So, like, he has a lot of people that follow him because they enjoy him playing Hollow Knight, you know what I mean? Because they watch tutorials. Right, I feel like if you start as a content creator and become a streamer, your streams are inherently different than if you started as a streamer. I feel like my streams are more personable and more social, where his are more focused on gameplay while also being social. But like, I feel like everyone has like you got to figure out where your value lies on the platform, like what makes your channel unique and what do you do best, and just double down on what your strengths are and what you enjoy, and then like just work on things that you're not as good at in the future. But like I just feel like with me, I'm just naturally social. So like when someone joins the stream, I just want to like have a conversation with them. But like with Bro, like he acknowledges people, but he can't say hi to everybody, obviously, because one, he's big, and two, because like it's just hard for him.
You have that advantage. I am introverted.
I'm also introverted.
But like the thing is, though, like, dude, I am the biggest introvert ever. Like, I'm such a big introvert. Like, if
you fooled me, Nick.
if you would have talked to me, like, on the like, if I met you like at the grocery store, dude, there's no way I would say hello to anybody. I would never say hello to anybody. Besides,
I'd find you and shake your hand.
Yeah, it's just like when I'm here, man. I'm like by myself in an environment where I feel comfortable, and like this is where I feel like I want to share myself. You know, so that's why I'm extroverted this way. Like, if I'm outside this environment, I'm usually not as talkative. I'm usually more like just in my own head, and I kind of just like I just think a lot.
And I think that's like usually the normal trait for introverts, like because we have this camera.
Yep.
It's easier.
Yep.
And I've gotten better. Like now in public, I'm not like that as much anymore. Now if you were to come up to me and we're a long ways away from fans coming up to you. I'll be like, hi, I know. Like, now I'm more open, but because people don't naturally do that, like, people are not, in this current time, because of COVID and everything that's going on, people are not as naturally as talkative. They're more social distanced.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot harder. And people are just like, okay, excuse me, pardon me.
Sure.
Trying to go on with their days. And me, I've kind of changed in my personal life a lot because of YouTube, because of E-Man, because of you. I realized that I changed a lot, and I was like, wow, that's kind of an epiphany. Like, when did that happen?
I kind of changed a lot too, because I used to I look back at my old streams and I hear how quiet I am, but then I go to my recent streams, I'm like much more louder.
Yeah, I just watched your last stream, and I'm like, wow, you're loud.
I started the stream, being really loud, because I was spamming through the Splatoon 2 news. I'm like, well, I'm going to make a joke about this.
I thought...
when I first started, I was like really hunched up, and I would like not talk that much. I would just like kind of like talk with people. I would just like talk to people in the chat, but it would be like very very casual. But then the more time went on, man, I saw people keep like rejoining every night. I'm like, yeah, welcome back to the stream. You know, like you just get so excited to see people that actually care enough to like come back to your streams, man. It's like
it's such a good feeling.
Oh, dude, it's wild. It's the coolest feeling ever, dude. Like when people go live, like it's weird because like when I don't stream at night, man, a lot of people reach out to me saying like, why aren't you live? Where are you at? Like
oh yeah,
are you streaming tonight? And like when I don't stream, like I almost feel bad. You know what I mean? Like I'm letting people you're letting people down. But at the same time, like you need to have time for yourself, which is very important.
Yeah.
But like it's hard to find that schedule where like you're consistent, but you're also having time for yourself too. And like I just for some reason like, when I do take a night off, I feel really bad about it because I'm like, I don't know, it's a weird feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if you're doing it full time, but like for me, it's extremely difficult.
Sure.
Like I have a job.
Sure.
And I'm like, I really want to do it full time, and it's such a battle. You know, it's like I'm so tired. Like I have had to adjust my schedule quite a few times to make sure I'm alert enough to stream because you know I've been in streams where I'm literally half asleep.
Sure.
And I'm like, I don't think that's right. You know, like I want to be as awake as I am, you know, normally, and go. And man, is it hard.
The biggest problem is like if you're streaming later at night and you have like a busy day, like taking caffeine at night can make it so you sleep worse, and like you don't get to sleep the next night that well, and then you get up the next morning and you feel even more tired. And over time, man, like you're just burning, you're just gonna burn yourself out that way. Like you gotta find a way to like, it's just hard to find that balance for sure.
I'm already an insomniac, so it's like, this is disaster. Yeah. But I'm a night person, so it's like, all right, well, I lost.
I'm 100% like an insomniac too. Oh, it depends on the day. Some days I'm not as much an insomniac. Dude, why? I have an alarm going off at 3 p.m.
It's like, hey Nick, you got to do this thing.
My God, dude, man. Okay.
I think you.
Wow.
Don't you stream today?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I'm just like that's why.
Yeah.
But
I'll be live tonight a little bit later on.
Yeah, it's one of those things where like sleep, the job, and this, you know, and more recently, I hate my job. I'm just gonna say that my job's horrible. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna tell who they are, but they are horrible. And you know, more and more I've been pushing this way towards YouTube, and I'm like, I'm not expecting it to expand anything like your channel, Nick. But you know, it's like I've noticed, like, you know what? I'd rather be happy and broke,
dude, like,
than in pain and sitting there dealing with that. And it's kind of like that now.
But dude, like I think so. You definitely could expand with me though. At the end of the day, like I think that mentality. I think like. Dude, like it's weird, man. When people look at my channel and they're like, "I'll never do what you're doing." But dude, like when people say that, I feel like a fraud, man. I'm like, dude, I don't even know what I did. I feel like an absolute fraud.
I'm not.
It's like I almost feel like a hint of guilt with that because I feel like people I feel like when you get to a certain level of subscribers, people look at you differently. And I'm like, dude, I'm just a dude. Like at the end of the day, man, anybody can get lucky and do whatever. Anybody can.
Anybody
I'm
can
telling
get
you,
lucky,
man.
yeah.
See, you're gonna hit like a wave one day, and you're gonna ride it, and then it's like, dude, like you're at the end of it's just crazy, man.
I'm not worried when the wave is coming.
Yeah.
That I'm not worried about it. That's why I'm like, and a lot of people are like, oh, when am I gonna get big? And I'm like, I don't care. Like,
yeah,
exactly. I don't care. What I care about is 3 fundamental things, and it's the most important things in my channel. 1, can I inspire you? And it comes in different forms and shapes and ways, like inspire you to be happy, inspire you to kind of move forward, inspire you to do what you want to do. You don't have to do YouTube. I'm not saying go do YouTube. But, you know, hey, you want to be a doctor? Go do it.
Yeah.
You want to draw? You think you're not that good? Try.
Yeah, I know.
Be determined. You know, that's the thing. The second thing I'm most like into is making people laugh. I love enjoying that time with people, you know, and having them smile and laugh. And I try to do that with E-Man over here. That's why he's so boisterous now. Sure. Like he's so just. I'm like, and I'm trying. It's like, E-Man, you're quiet. Say something, E-Man. Say it. Move.
I feel like E-Man's always been like pretty vocal around me, though. I've always been able to talk to E-Man, like in a sense, you know what I mean? But like, It's just certain. I don't know. It's weird.
Every time I collab, it is an effort and a mission to make E-Man scream.
That's awesome.
And some, it's like, and I love it in Phasmophobia. It's hilarious. But like in Splatoon, it's the same thing. It's like now every time he dies.
Right.
And I'm like, all right, I'm doing a good job. He's into it now.
Sure.
The third thing that I'm so into my channel for is for the people. And I'm not saying just because of social contact, because we have a lot of lack of that in this world today.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things that you really want to like invest and get with people, and help them, and make them happy, and experience good times with them, even for a little while, to make their life better.
Sure.
And in being I hate to say content creator, because we're not that business.
Sure.
We're all about having fun and being with the community, and
sure.
and being there for you as much as you are for us.
Yep.
And a lot of people forget that once you get like to where Nick is at, like 10, you're almost at 10K. It's like, oh, but I'm just a regular guy.
Yeah, I'm just a dude, man. Like
I'm just a dude. And I'm not here. I'm not here because of a number. I'm here because you made that number.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm here for you.
Right.
And you're here for me.
And
so that cycle.
How many people have pressed the subscribe button makes it's no like people. You can have 10,000 people subscribe to you right now if they all press it at the same time. Like it shouldn't change who you are inherently as a creator. Like it'll change your content a little bit depending how things go. But it shouldn't change you as a person. It really shouldn't.
Yeah, and a lot of people are. It's like the number matters. No, it doesn't. I've met people with less subs than me. I met people with hundreds of thousands of subs more than me.
Yeah.
Like I never thought, and a lot of people were like, "Oh wow, Camelot came to your stream."
Yeah.
And I don't know if you know who Camelot is. He's another YouTuber that he does a lot of like commentaries and news upon like the gaming community, and also like businesses that are really doing people wrong.
Sure.
And it's like, welcome to the stream, buddy. And I'm not like I'm not sitting here going, whoa, oh my god. I'm kind of like that, but I'm like, wow, oh, he's here. Well, come on down. And it's like I'm not as flabbergasted. It's a lot of people's like, what if Mr. Beast came by?
Yeah.
I'll be like, hey, buddy, what's up? Like, come on in. I'm not going to treat you any different because I understand what's behind the camera.
Yeah.
I understand why you're doing it.
Sure.
And you're not doing it, you want to make money. Everybody wants to make money. Money's important. But you're here because of the people.
Sure.
And that's why, like, every one of these streams, I'm like, I'll get to 1K eventually. I would love to be at 1K. I would love to do this full time. This is what I want to do.
Yeah.
Full time. I want to be here and do even bigger content than I am doing. And if I had those 40 to 70 hours of work time pushed back over here, you could imagine what I could do.
Yeah.
Because I'm the kind of person that I like to just keep innovating and doing things.
Exactly.
And I just don't have that energy because of that.
Yep.
And so, like, even right now, like today, I got something coming up today where I'm going to do something new on my channel.
Uh-huh.
Like next week, same thing. And everybody's like, how do you do that? And I'm like, what do you mean how? I'm determined. Let's go.
Do it.
If you love it, you make time and you make an effort. Like, it's just one of those things. Like,
yeah.
It's
one of those things, and I just keep telling people it's because of you.
You're the reason.
You're the reason.
Yeah. I just feel like for myself, I have the mentality where like I grew so fast, so quick in a sense. That, like, I feel like the wheels are gonna fall off any single day on the channel.
Nope.
I have the feeling. So like when I go live, I have the feeling I'm like if it all ends tonight, let's go out with a bang. Like that's my mindset. You know what I mean?
It's not gonna happen.
It might not happen, but at the end of the day, it's like it might not. Like, I never ever just I always think it's possible that it's gonna all end tomorrow. You know,
right?
I never think that like what I've done is gonna be forever. I don't think just because I have like almost 10,000 subs that means that everyone's always gonna enjoy my content. Yeah. I just think I need to always keep doing my best to keep people around and to keep and to show my appreciation. Because like I just think like anything, the wheels could fall off tomorrow. You know, YouTube could take my channel down tomorrow, and then I'd have to start from zero, and I'd be back where I started. So like, I just never let it get to me though. Like people have subscribed, you just can't do it.
I can tell you right now that ain't gonna happen.
I don't think so.
I'm watching because I watch your analytics, and I learn a lot from your channel. And I don't just watch your channel; I watch a whole bunch.
Sure.
And I always look for what people are doing and what I'm inspired, what would inspire me next.
Yep.
And yeah, I won't take your ideas. I'm not taking your ideas.
Take my ideas, man. Like, dude,
but I kind of look at it and go, you know, I can do something like that. Mm-hmm. And of course, I'll come up with a whole new idea and revise it into its structure to fit my channel.
Yeah.
And a whole new idea entirely. But I look at analytics, I look at all that stuff nowadays, and I look at yours, and I'm like, nope, it ain't ending anytime soon. That train is like this.
Yeah.
Well, and I'm watching analytics, and I'm just like, oh, okay, it went like this. Oh no, it went back up again. It's going straight up now, and I'm like, that train's never gonna fall off the rails ever. You know, the only way it would do it is if you wanted it to.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's it's one of those things. You know, it's not gonna end.
Sure. I just feel like for some reason, like, you always had that in the back of your mind, but I just don't even know how I got where I am right now. It's like, why am I here? How am I here? And like,
magic.
I always
click
like
buttons and now you're here.
So like, I just always just try to stay humble and appreciative, because I feel like it will end tomorrow, or I'll wake up one day and I'm like, it was all a dream. It's like, oh yeah, you never had a channel in the first place. I'm like, okay,
nah,
okay,
we won't let
channel.
We won't let it end. But it is, and it's humbling. It's very humbling.
It is.
Like, since I have had another channel that was doing good and I didn't expect it, like, kind of like you, the same feeling you have. I was just like, 5K? What? Like, what did I do? I just make funny videos.
Yep.
And I don't think they're really funny. I think they're kind of epic, but alright. It's like... And now I'm kind of trying to flow back into that. Like, I think I asked my community, it's like, hey, would you like this? Would you like that? And I'm trying to feel out there, and I'm like, hey, they kind of like the same thing I was doing with Call of Duty. I'm going to do that again. And I'm working on it. And I'm like, but it's humbling to, you know, you go from 0, and then you look again, and you're like at 100. And you're like, 100 people actually like me, like my content.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then you get to 200, and it's like, well, maybe it's not me. Maybe you just like it because of the community. And like, oh, and you get to 300, and then the 400, and then you're like, oh, okay, wow, this is amazing. And then the people tell you, hey, we're here for you. We're you know, when are you streaming next? And you know, thank you for being there. You helped me so much. And then you get higher and higher, and you're like, yeah, I ain't quitting.
Sure.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I ain't quitting.
The biggest thing for me, like, I tweeted out last night something about like comparisons, the thief of joy and fulfillment, where it's like when I was like a channel that had like a few hundred subs, I looked at channels that were my size right now, and I was like, man, once I get there, it'll be a new ball game. But now that I'm like here, I'm looking at channels that are way bigger than me. I'm like, once I get there, it'll be a new ball game.
Don't worry.
Like, I just don't think you'll ever get to a point where like it's like a new ball game. It's just you just got to keep going. You're never gonna feel like you're where you want to be. You just gotta. You're never gonna feel that way because numbers are infinite. You know what I mean? There's no number you're gonna hit where it's like, yes, this is. I'm finally fulfilled. And it's not even about numbers at the end of the day. It's about just your community. So like, matter if it's 500 people, 5,000, however many it is, like you're never gonna get like to the promised land of like, this is where I want to be. It's just it's infinite, dude. So
what's scary about that line of thinking, and I'm amazed you caught on to it, and I caught on to it really early on. I'm like, I'm at 10 looking at 100. Yeah. I'm at 100 looking at 1,000. I'm at 1,000 looking up. What happens when you're at the top?
Yeah.
Like PewDiePie.
Yeah.
Who are you looking at?
Nobody.
Yeah. It makes you wonder everything he's done up till now. He's been the leader for most of YouTube. Mm-hmm. So, what is he doing? Anything he wants. Yeah. So what are we doing? We should be doing anything we want.
Yeah.
Because everybody's like, I go to TubeBuddy and I go to vidIQ, and they give you like hints. And then I subscribe to a lot of channels that like support and try to help you make your content, mobile, vlogs, gaming, whatever. Mm-hmm. And they always come up with the same handful of things. It's like, you need to start with a niche. You need to, really work on your thumbnails. Have you seen PewDiePie's thumbnails from back in 2015? They're trash.
They're not good.
Yeah.
They're trash.
Dude, like, I don't know, like, I love, one of my favorite YouTubers is Tyranitar too, if you guys know him.
Oh, yeah.
T-Tar is one of my favorites. His thumbnails are not bad by any means, but they're not, like, flashy, you know what I mean? They're, like,
yeah.
good. They're like, well-made thumbnails, they're good, but, like, he doesn't go out of his way to make them, like bigger and, like, more than they need to be. He just knows who he is, and he does YouTube, and he's got a devoted fan base that'll never leave him.
Yeah.
And T-Tar is one of my biggest inspirations, man. I love that guy so much.
And I'm kind of taking the same belief as that. Like, if you notice my thumbnails, they have been changing. And I'm trying things. But what I'm doing is something very subtle. And everybody's like, oh, what's this? What's this weird thing? I have not put my face in anything, except for when I deem it a little bit more than normal. Like a collab or something like that. I have not put my logo in my thumbnails for a while now. Mm-hmm. And it has no impact. None. Zero. So it's not the thumbnail. It's not how. It's part of it's a thumbnail, but how do you display the thumbnail? And what's the title? And what's the creator behind it all? And I noticed like Animal Crossing last night. I just made I'm standing next to a pipe. And I put it in there as a frame screenshot in there, and then I changed that. And I tried something else too, like, oh yeah, Mega Man. I'm going to do this really epic, full graphic design. I don't know if you've seen that thumbnail. Just poppin' thumbnail. I'm going to put my graphic, and it didn't do better. It didn't grab. The impressions increased a little, but nothing. I'm like, aha, I get it now. It doesn't matter.
Sure.
Like, it's not your thumbnail that's really doing. Yeah, it catches, but it's not that. It's what it is about. What is your stream about? What is the message already coming from the thumbnail? So, like, and all your thumbnails, Nick, the message is community.
That's what it is, yeah, 100%.
Yeah. I know, I caught that very quickly. And I'm like, aha. It's not how good it looks. It's what it says. It doesn't have to say words. It's what it imbues. And so that tells your whole channel.
Sure.
And I'm like, all right, so the tags do that. Okay, it tells the games. In your description, you're doing a certain set of phrases. And you do them by habit.
Sure.
And I'm like, there it is! You just got to do that. Everything's got to be on the same page.
Yep.
And I noticed that the bigger the YouTuber that is, that fades away. And I look at PewDiePie, he just puts trash in his description now.
Dude,
all his sponsors, all his sponsors are in there. He just makes a title like whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
and the thumbnail.
He just puts hello. He'll put like something really stupid in there, like hi. Like whatever. It's like,
he had a thumbnail with 3 white dots.
Yeah.
It got 2 million views within 30 minutes.
Oh, dude, that's crazy. Wow. It's actually crazy.
So it lets you know that it's not that. It does play a role. And so, like, all these YouTubers that are freaking out and sitting here going, why come I'm not big? Why am I not 1,000 subscribers? Don't freak out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's if you try hard and you're part of the community. And you really are honest. First off, honest is a big thing. Be honest with your community, who you are, and don't try to fake who you are.
Yep.
That means a lot. They want, and YouTube has had a lot of trouble with that. There's a lot of YouTubers that are not honest about their past at all. Sure. That's why I had this stream. It was like, I was talking with people in my Discord, and I just kind of broke down that I had secrets of my past.
Sure.
And they're not nothing that really affects anybody.
Not big. Yeah, it's
right. And I was just like, yeah, this is dumb. I gotta let it out.
Sure.
I gotta talk, and be candid. And it's like, here is me. And there you go. It's like, and everybody in there was like, okay.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
It's like, cool, hey, we're here.
Yeah.
And it was at that moment that I realized all of this, how it all connects. And now I'm doing it like that. I'm doing it. My values are like the primary of my channel. I'm making efforts that I've doubled down on a lot of things that I was kind of nervous about. You know, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go to Discords now. Like, I go to everybody's Discord, and I have so many Discords in this thing that it's just ridiculous.
I know. I didn't even really use Discord before I started my channel, and now it's like now it's a staple. Like, Discord
Me
is like
neither.
my religion.
I barely used it.
And now, like, everybody I subscribe to, if I don't have their Discord, I'm going to have it soon.
Yep.
And I might not talk in your community, but I'm there.
Mm-hmm.
And I go look, and I'm like, yeah, that's pretty cool. You know, I love how these people are, and it dives me in more, and it's getting kind of scary because I'm like, all right, am I getting addicted to this? Like,
Discord is a crazy play for myself personally. Like pretty much like the VCs that like our member VCs and the regular VCs are like busy every single night. I feel like, and at some point, I love being in there so much, but I know that if I spend too much time in there, I lose productivity. So I have a hard time when I join because I love hanging out with everybody that's like, you know, that's supporting my channel, and like the people. Like, I have so many friends, dude, that like I've met through the channel that I love talking to every night. So like I have so many people that are members on the channel that are my friends that I love talking to, and like I would talk to them regardless, man. Like if they were members or not, you know. Like, they're just great people, and I love them so much. And it's like it's hard for me to balance that because I know when everyone's hanging out in there, I have the option to go hang out and have a good time, which is like it's still like I feel like it's like a great way to spend my time because I love it, but I also love to be productive and like do things for the channel too. So like that's one of the things I have a really hard time with sometimes, you know.
Yeah, the same here, and I know in your case it's way worse because you're bigger, and I kind of look and it's like, how is Nick doing, and I kind of look at it as like, okay, it's mods, other admins, you know, stuff like helping.
Yeah, I get a lot.
But
of help.
ultimately, the creator has to like also get involved. And I'm like, how are you able to keep up with half this stuff? Why do you have I can only imagine if you take a photo of your ping, of you know the ping, you know how you see it on your PC.
Yeah.
Of what number is next to it?
It's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy.
And I can only imagine just your server. And not to mention all of the servers you watch.
Sure.
And everybody, and that leads into a debate where I've had with a few people in my streams, like, oh, you won't forget us. You're going to forget about us. I'm like, how?
Sure.
Like, I'm not going to forget.
Yeah, you can't. There's literally no way, man. There's no way you're gonna forget.
It's much harder to forget than to remember.
Yeah, and there's no way. I had, and the first person who said this to me, her name is Aussie Artist, and if you're watching, Aussie, no, I didn't forget you. I was like, that's very important. You know, that shows you how much people care and how much people are worried, you know that where they were at the time, and are they going to be still here when you're at 1 million, you know? And I'm like, no, I'm not going to forget. I will make a concerted effort to put you somewhere where I know I will never forget about it. And that's why a lot of people are like, oh, you remember I came and raided your yeah.
Of course I do.
You're in that list of people that raided me.
Yeah.
And the reason why I made that list is because I have a horrible memory. And I want to remember every single person along the way.
Yeah, exactly. I always subscribe to everybody. I always subscribe to everybody that raids me and try and watch their channel after
I
they do
too.
It.
I even went to Eman stream and I was like, oh, somebody raided him. Click! Like,
yeah, I remember like I was streaming one time and like to like touch on what you said, like someone wrote on my board in Animal Crossing. They put like a sad face. They said, "Please don't forget me" in the middle of the stream. And dude, like I like sat there for a minute. Like I just like paused. I'm like, dude, that's such a powerful thing to write on my board. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
to come to my island and write my board. Please do not forget about me. Smiley. It was like a frowny face. I was like, bro, like, it took me out of the moment of the stream for a minute. I was like, dude, like people care enough to the point where they don't want me to forget about them. It's like insane.
And they care enough to a point that they also go to something that they know you're never gonna delete.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So like, you can delete the save data on Animal Crossing and then just start all over, and everything they've ever done is erased.
Yep.
But you know you can't. You know what I mean? And not only because you don't want to lose all of your progress.
That's one thing.
But you're sitting there going, wow. And it's those moments where I take a snapshot too, because I want to like put it in stone. I'm not going to forget, and I take a picture of that and I save it somewhere. A lot of people forget that I do these things, and I tell them I do it too. It's like, oh yeah, they'll say something in chat, and it's like, you know, no, I'm not gonna forget. Snapshot.
Yeah.
And they forget, and then like a while later, it's like, and I'll talk about it, and it's like, oh, you remembered, and it's like, of course I remembered.
Dude, I used to like take pictures of like my chat with my phone when I saw like a really cool message. I'm like, I gotta make sure I remember this forever. I don't do that much anymore, which I really should keep doing. But like, I have a whole portfolio on my phone of like messages that I've got in the past that are cool.
Well,
I want to make sure I never forget those.
You don't have to. You know, you don't have to take a picture of your screen, right?
Yeah, I can just go back in the I can go back and like just
snip it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I do. I do that all the time now. I have that app is running constantly, sure. And I'm like, that was funny. Snip it.
Yeah, right.
Because I realize that it's so important to the community, and it's important to me too. And I would not be here if it wasn't for all of them.
Right.
If it wasn't for you and Eman and SM8 and Trevor and everyone else and Yoshi Gamer Boy and all the people that came in when I had 5 subs.
Yeah, right, exactly.
You know, and it's like, I think I posted that in my Discord too. It's like, hey, you remember where I was a year ago? I only had 7 subs.
Yeah, right.
I remember you all. It's like, it just to let them know I don't forget. I think I even have a time capsule video where I made in August, telling everybody that was a subscriber that was listed, everybody that was listed in my Discord and my YouTube, and just reciting all their names in a video. And that is auto publishes on Sunday in August this year, and I'm gonna do that every year. And I try to tell everybody else, do that. It's interesting that you make a video of yourself a year ago.
Sure.
I think the maximum amount of time you can schedule a video is 2 years.
In advance.
So you can make a video like of yourself today.
Yep.
Talk about everything and just how you're YouTube and everything like that, and what inspires you and who you thank and everything. And then go look 2 years later when that video publishes. Just forget about it. Let it go to the wayside.
That'd be so cool.
And I got this idea from Mr. Beast.
Yeah, I saw that video too.
I've watched his video of that. Yeah, I have watched that.
And I implore everybody to do it. Everybody that makes a channel. Everybody. And you start seeing your channel go, like start rise up. Make a video like that.
I'm gonna do that tomorrow.
I'm gonna do that soon.
I'm about to go make that
implore
like today. Like,
any
crazy.
creator that is listening to this video right now to do that.
Wow,
Why?
That's powerful.
Because it's a very humbling. You look back then and you're like, wow, this is hard, and why is it so hard to grow, and blah, 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 blah. And then that video comes out. And you're like, wow.
Yep.
Now, I wish you could go longer. I wish YouTube would let you go a real serious amount of time. I understand why, because there's a limit to how much server space
yeah,
you can do. But 2 years.
Years in the future, like it's like the channel's long gone.
But 2 years? Do you know where you're gonna be in 2 years?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
In 2 years, like I don't even know what the channel's gonna be.
So,
I don't know either. No one really knows.
I made 2 videos. I made one for 1 year and one for 2, and then after that I'm just gonna make one for every year. And then I'm gonna republish that first video.
That's awesome.
Because I'm gonna download it again and then republish it as a re-upload. Just so people see. Yeah, it looks hard at the time.
Sure.
But it's very humbling, and it's just it makes you look back on yourself, and you're like, wow. I didn't know what I was doing back then, but man, did I do a good job!
Yeah, for sure.
And that's kind of like I wish Nick, you would have done it.
I should still do it right now.
Like when you were like at 1,000, and then go look a year later.
Oh man, I don't even know. I think I hit 1,000 on May 10th of last year, so it's almost been a year that I hit 1,000.
Wow.
And I'm so on May 10th it'll be the 1 year anniversary. It was on Mother's Day, so it was.
Wow.
I remember that it was the night I was doing a Mario Kart stream the night before Mother's Day. I remember I hit 1,000, and then the next day, man, was like it was. I'll never forget that feeling, man, of waking up and I was like, bro, like it still has not sunk in. It still has not sunk in. Like it's just crazy to me, but.
Yeah, it hasn't.
All right, but E-Man, tell me about your decision to wait until 1,000 to show your face. I want to hear about this.
Okay. So whenever I wanted to start my channel, I didn't want to show my face right away. I was like, I'll just start with no face, and I'm like, I'll probably just make that like a goal for or something, or make it one of some specials. I'll show my face or something. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, 1,000 seems like a really big goal. Why not? I'll put it as that.
Sure.
Just have it there. If you want to see my face, 1,000 there. That's all I say.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. That's when you'll see it. No
earlier,
no later.
If you guys are watching this premiere right now, because I really want to see E-Man's face. You guys definitely consider going over to his channel, subscribing, because you will not regret.
Get him to
it.
1K right now. I want to see. I want to know because he lives in my same city.
That's also crazy. But yeah, man, I like it's one of those things where I definitely respect your decision to hold out that long, man. Because I at the end of the day, I feel like there's a benefit to showing your face. Well, not for everybody, but I feel like having the personable aspect to your channel when you do have a face in your streams is helpful. But at the same time though, waiting till you're at 1,000 can also be a really cool thing. People are going to be anticipating that, So there's not a one way answer. Is it better to show your face right away and have the more personable aesthetic, or is it better to wait? There's no right answer. I don't know.
I mean, sometimes I mean there are some points where I want to show my face, but nope, I'm not showing it. I promise 1,000. I will keep it until I get to 1,000. I'll show it.
That's a lot of peer pressure. I know.
I respect it.
It's a lot of peer pressure. I know. We're all like, man, show his face.
I feel like there's a very small chance over time the pressure will get to you and you'll do it. But I'm waiting to see if you do wait to 1,000.
Don't do it.
If you wait, I respect it.
Don't do it till 1K.
Yeah, I promise myself I will not show my face at all until 1K. Not at all.
That's hilarious.
Maybe a real life video, but I won't show my face. I've done a real life video, showing off my amiibos because I was bored. And I didn't show my face at all on it.
Oh, that's easy. Just don't look at any mirrors.
Exactly. There's no mirror in sight in here, so I'm good.
And you'll be all right. You'll be all right.
Yeah. I'm surprised you didn't do it just when your birthday came up.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna maybe do that day, but then
I thought you would actually you do it just because of that. And look, I don't do special videos for people just because I want something out of it. I just do it, and I kind of do that kind of stuff all the time. And I was like, yeah, don't show your face, man. Even though you're in the same place as me, I'm like, yeah, don't do it. Yeah. But yeah, it's just, and also there's also other reasons to that. My whole community, I know they're youthful.
Me too.
So I know. A lot of people ask me, it's like, hi, tell you my name. No. No.
Yeah, no age, no name.
No age, no name.
Keep it to yourself,
And it was something, and a lot of people's like, oh, why are you? And it's like, out of all the creators, I realize I've watched a lot of good and a lot of bad.
Sure.
And I realized a long time ago, well before YouTube had all these policies in place, it's like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. You know, it's like, first and foremost is the security and the safety of the people that are on the other side of the screen.
I respect it.
Yeah.
And don't show me pictures of your face unless you're above 18. At that point, you have the ability to do so.
Mm-hmm.
You have the privilege to do so. But if you're under 18, you know, don't tell anybody your name. Even if you're over 18, really, you shouldn't be doing too much. Me, I don't care. You know why? Because I've been in computer security, I've been in graphic design, I've been a programmer, I've done all the things. I'm pretty safe. And you could probably find my name if you go and type it like 5 seconds into Google.
Sure.
Which I don't care. You want to know my name? My name's Chris. Hi. My name's Chris. So, and I'm like, I don't, not so worried about it for me because I'm also 34. I don't care. I'm at the age where I just don't care.
Dude, I thought you were 22.
Yeah, everything's like, I've been to places. I've been to bars. It's like, I need to see your ID. What? How old do you think I'm at? 14. Dude, here's my ID. It's like,
Cass is 20 or 22. I could definitely.
You
Like,
should-
now that I know, I could see you being a little bit older.
should
But like,
see
at
my
first
mom.
Glance, at first glance, I would never know it.
You should see my mom. She's 18 years older than me. Okay?
Uh-huh.
So that's not much. She looks like she's in her 20s.
That's insane.
And I'm like,
That's insane.
like, apparently I know where I got the youth gene from.
That's a beautiful gene to have.
Everybody's like, how do you do it? I don't know. I live. like,
Just live.
I mean, like, just live healthily, man. Live healthy is a good way to do it, you know?
Yeah.
Which scares me. I'm gonna go look at Eman. Eman's gonna be like taller than me, which he probably already is. I know Nick's taller than me. Nick's taller than me.
I am taller.
I'm 5'2".
First saw me that I wasn't
He's
as
a
tall as I
full
am.
foot taller than me.
Hilarious. Hilarious. I
What?
didn't think I was as tall when I started doing YouTube. Like, I mean, I was like, people always guess I was like 5'6", 5'7", and I was like, no.
People
I'm
don't
like,
think
I'm
you
like
have
6'2".
legs. That's how they function. It's like they look at it. It's like, do you live on YouTube? It's like,
Right.
like, I do have legs.
Yeah, I walk. I'm athletic. I will
I'm
say,
not-
though, I think in a lot of ways, man, YouTube's been good for me, and because I feel like I've like a lot of the, like I don't know, I feel like I've changed a lot since doing YouTube.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where I feel like it's for the better because I'm like surrounded by some good people, you know, from the channel and stuff like that now that actually has a good impact on me. And being around people that actually share your interests is really cool too. And I'm just excited to see what the future holds, man, for YouTube. I'm really excited.
They throw a survey at me like, and I'm part of like a team on like creators that are like get these weird surveys. I know other YouTubers get regular surveys too.
Sure.
But I get like these really weird ones, and because they talk about everything, and I started talking about like all the creators that are around, and the wishes that some things that we take from Twitch to implement, like to promote streamers a bit more, because there's nothing like that. You know how you find a streamer? You type in a game. Then you go into the search, the search results into the little sorter, and go click live. That's how you find one of us, and that's horrible.
Yeah, it's terrible.
It's not like Twitch where you just open Twitch and there's like, here's all the games you want to watch, and here's all the streamers are doing it right now.
Yep.
And I'm like, and it's because they're dedicated. And you go look at YouTube and you understand why, because YouTube is built video.
Yep.
It's just regular content. So it's really hard to grow. Now, in Nick's case, he can use AdSense. You have AdSense, you have, different, teams that you could actually sign up for after 1K. But what about all of us? You know what I mean? And I'm like, don't freak out about it. Like,
I feel like Twitch can be hard because I feel like everyone's gravitated there because they know it's a little bit like more accessible for a platform. But at the same time, it's easier to find people. It is. They do advertise different channels besides what YouTube does.
It's chaos over there.
Yeah.
And I tried Twitch, and I'm not really going against Twitch really that much. I just don't. something about Twitch bothers me.
Yes, I'm
Same
with
for
you.
me. Yeah,
It's
it's just
And
kind of bothers me.
so I went over there and I did it, and I'm like, "Where's your copyright protection?"
Yeah.
And yeah, you're into community, but where you got all these nice features, but where's the camaraderie?
Yeah.
And yeah, you have people that can gift subs and you can do bits and stuff like that. But why are all these problems happening in your community and they're still prevalent? And I go look at YouTube and I'm like, wow, was this really that bad? and it kind of makes you look back and like, wow, YouTube's kind of, everybody like puts YouTube down. And yes, YouTube's not doing all the right things, just like I think Nintendo's not doing all the right things.
Yep.
But
yeah.
I'm like, out of the situation, this is the best of the bad situation here.
Yep.
Like, they're trying here on YouTube. They're really trying. And to give YouTube credit, it's changed a lot. My 5,000 sub channel got wiped off the face of the earth.
Dude, I cannot believe that happened to you. That actually does.
And
it makes me sad, and it blows my mind a little bit.
And it happened because YouTube didn't have very good, control over their systems and policies, and they didn't have very good control over their copyright system.
Mm-hmm.
So EA struck me 4 times in a day, and then YouTube community guidelines striked me all at the same time.
See, the fact that can happen, you can get all at the same time, and then like you don't even get noticed of it, and they just
And-
that's enough to like take your
and
channel
what's-
down.
And what's more
Out of
horrible
nowhere.
is back then they cleared everything and still didn't reinstate my channel.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, wow, it was bad back then. It was the Wild West,
Yeah, it was the wild, wild west.
Yeah.
It was 100%. Like, it
And-
was just different.
and everybody's like, "Oh, you think it's bad now? Go then."
Yep.
We had you play a clip of music, you get sued off the face of the earth. Now, you get a copyright claim.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
You might get a strike. Well, you can dispute it, which doesn't always win in your favor, but at least you have something. Back then, bye channel. I'm like,
Yeah, I feel like YouTube has a little. Well, people will probably just disagree with me, and they wouldn't always agree with this. But like, I feel like YouTube has a little more appreciation and respect for the work that you put in as a creator. And they know if they take your channel down, like you are losing a. Well, at the same time, though, I just heard of somebody that kind of lost monetization recently for I don't know if for no reason what happened. There's some things that happen that are still not great on the platform, but YouTube is definitely. I think they're trying. They really are trying.
and a part of that is community guidelines, because it depends on your content. So I'm also afraid too, because I don't know of my content. I'm playing games.
Sure.
They're all copyright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's to say they won't monetize me at all?
Yeah.
It's like, well, that sucks.
Yeah,
I could get to 1K and then I can't even get monetization.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like,
Just because I play Splatoon.
Exactly.
Really?
That's 100%. Like 100%. I agree with you.
It's like I
Yeah.
love the game that inspired me most and made part of my mission to my channel was and determination, which would be Undertale. Every time I play Undertale, I get copyright.
yeah,
The
same.
music, right? The music.
Every time.
Every time.
Now, I understand the song's copyright. But why?
Yeah.
I guess if I'm just playing the song and there's no video, I could kind of get with you. But I'm playing a game I love.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to tell people more about it. And I'm trying to let people know, hey, buy this game.
Try it out.
Yeah.
It's fun.
This is awesome.
Right.
And I still get claimed. And, and right now I don't care. Claims are, go ahead, claim me. I don't, because I already know those videos don't count towards your watch hours when you get claimed.
Yep.
They automatically get knocked off.
Yep.
But they still show in the counter. So you go and look at the counter. It's like right now, mine, I'm at 6,000 watch hours.
Wow, that's awesome, Soul.
I'm doing great watch hour time. It's just the subs. If I can get the subs to go over the line, I'd be
Yep.
great. If I take out all the hours from that, I'm still way over.
Sure.
Because I already know. Like, that's why I won't play Undertale as much. Like, I would love to play Call of Duty.
Yep.
I'd love to. But I can't play campaigns. because I love to start with a campaign before I go into multiplayer to actually have some fun. Kind of like E-Man, every time he starts a Splatoon stream, he has to go fight Inner Agent Dre and Octo expansion.
Sure.
The same thing. I love to warm up and just go through the campaign and just wipe everything out.
Sure.
Can't do that. I can't do it. And, that's the things that suck. Like if you go look on my other channel, Level of Soul, I played Ace Combat, copyright claim. I'm like, come on, man! I love to fly. Flying in space are my thing, and you're telling me I can't stream it?
Right.
Come on, man! It's a great game.
Yeah, man. I feel like hopefully they change some of that stuff, or like they just allow more of that to be on the platform, and not be copyright. Like, I mean, I understand, like you said, if you're playing the audio and like not playing the game itself, I can kind of understand that a little bit more. But like you're playing the game and the audio is associated with the game, so why can't you play it? Like, you know,
YouTube, I love you, but my only gripe about the copyright claim system and the strike system and the community guideline system is no communication.
Yeah,
that's my only gripe. That's it. If I could talk to the people and say, hey, I'm not trying to steal your stuff, but, can you take the claim off? I'm supporting you. Now, if I was, like, bashing your game, at least I could understand it.
Yeah.
Because I really don't want to play games that I don't like on stream. That's kind of, like, counterproductive. If I don't like it, you're not going to like it, so...
Yeah, if I'm not having fun, no one's going to have a good time.
But if I love this game, like Undertale, I'm like, I love this game. Buy this game. Get it.
Yep.
And then I go, I'm able to go talk with the developer or something. Just send an email out to the person who copyright claimed me. Say, hey, I love your stuff. I bought your game. I bought your game on the PC, on the Switch, on this, on that.
Yep.
And I support the heck out of this. Let me do it.
Right.
Here's my Steam account. Go look, I bought your game. Mm-hmm. Go look at my Switch account. I bought your game again. Why do I need to buy it twice?
Yeah.
It's like Among Us. I got it twice.
Yeah, I have it on my PC and my Switch right now.
I got it on my iPad.
I have PC and Switch.
I have it on my iPad. I have them on my phone. I have it on my PC. I have it on my Switch. I have 4 times.
Yep.
Don't copyright claim me.
I'm so excited. Have you guys seen like my new thing for my Joy-Cons? My new keyboard I have for it? Because I'm gonna play Among Us tonight, maybe if we have like the member night, and I'm gonna use this dude, and I cannot wait to try this out with it.
You got cool. You got the crazy keyboard.
So I'm gonna try my best to like just use this. Like I feel like I'm gonna be like the best imposter of all time. I'm gonna be like the best imposter ever now. Like I'm gonna be so sly.
Where did mine go? I got a keyboard for mine just recently.
Keyboard.
But I got this like. Wait, hold on. It's over here.
It's probably where I play Among Us on stream. I just go on the PC.
You can find a bunch of these like online though. And, like I found the first one that had decent reviews. And it's been good so far.
Well, I have 2 keyboards. Like I have one that's like a Bluetooth, like this.
That's really that'll work with your Switch too, right? You just gotta.
You connect it, but it was like okay, well, meh, because then I have to like separate, and then I got where the heck is this thing? I don't know. I put it away. Yeah, I put it away. But it's a keyboard with 2 Joy-Con slots, and it's made for the Switch, so I can put the Joy-Cons into the keyboard and have it right there, so I can go like this or type when I need to.
I like that.
And I was like, yeah, there we go. That's actually bad. And I don't know where that thing is. Is that thing right here? Hold on. I might not have it. Is it aside over here? Nope, that's not it. Okay. So, yeah. But I have all this, like, tech, Why copyright claim me?
Yeah.
But, yeah, me and E-Man struggle with this.
Yeah.
I don't know how many claims E-Man's gotten.
I always seem to get them when I do Smash Bros. Ultimate. That game definitely gets me a lot of strikes. I don't understand that really too much.
Here's your helpful hint with that.
Yeah.
Don't play any sound all the way up into the lobby.
Yeah.
And don't play anything but Splatoon music in the lobby.
Yeah.
That's probably a really smart thing.
Because in the game, the music that plays in the battles isn't copyrighted.
But the remix of Into the Light, right? Or whatever it is, like the song that's like before. Yeah,
you could disable that song. But every song that plays in the multiplayer battles isn't copyrighted. So every time I did that, where I turned that off, put in Splatoon music, or music that I know is not copyrighted in the lobby area.
Yep.
And then just play the game, I never got copyrighted. So I figured that out.
I feel like I didn't even know that, man. It's insane.
Yeah, I learned a lot of these things by trial and error.
Like,
and I was just,
man, thank you for telling me that. Now I'm gonna do that every time now.
It's trial and error. I learned some of these things. Just sadly, trying to see YouTube analytics, I was like, oh, well, that don't work. All right.
It makes so much sense. It makes literally so much sense.
And I'm like, why? And I struggle. I struggle so hard. I know I'll get there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm definitely excited for like Pokemon Snap this month and the Mario Golf game coming out this year. And I'm gonna try Knockout City probably on a stream. I'm gonna try the new, obviously Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. I'm gonna try Legends Arceus. There's so many good games coming out.
I'm gonna be broke,
dude. Literally. Then
I just
3.
bought 3 more games.
Have you guys played the one game like the There Is No Game, like the Other Dimension or whatever?
I played the PC version. There is no game. I've never played the one that they just made for Switch.
I saw you.
So good.
I saw you play it for a bit. I was in the stream for a bit.
It's wild.
I was just looking at it, going, "Oh, Nick's gonna freak out."
Oh, I struggled so hard. I'm only halfway through, and I struggled so hard.
Oh yeah, because it's just it messes with your brain. That's the whole point of the game.
The whole thing, the game just really messes with your whole
life.
There's
no game.
Crazy.
There is no game.
There's not a single game.
There's not a game in there.
There's not a game involved in it.
Just so everybody know, there's no game.
It's not a game.
Play it. There's no game.
There's no game.
But
and if they tell you there's a game, no.
Yeah, I do feel like right now with Nintendo, it's a little bit of like a calm period where like a lot of games aren't being released. So I'm trying to like just take my time and gear up and try to have new ideas for the future when big games do come out, because I like you said, like with YouTube, timing is a really big thing. I have some cool ideas planned for Pokemon Snap when that comes out. I have some cool ideas for like the new Mario Golf game.
I'm
and
always
just trying
behind.
to find a way to like have videos like come out and streams. It's hard because I feel like I want to make a lot of video content when Snap comes out, but I also want to stream at the same time. I don't know what the better option.
I would say Snap would be better to stream.
Yeah.
Like, because it's one of those games where like everybody can enjoy on that. Like, it's not multiplayer, but everybody can enjoy into it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because you're taking Pokemon. Everybody enjoys Pokemon, so it's Pokemon Arceus and the remakes. Yeah, that's gonna be easy because you can work with people.
Yep.
The harder ones is like stuff like Zelda. You
Yeah.
know, when Zelda comes out, it's like that is not multiplayer. And a lot of people like debate with me. It's like, oh, why don't you play this game? Man, because I can't include the community too much on it.
Yeah.
It's really hard. Like I just bought I bought Paper Mario just recently.
Yeah.
Finally, I'm way behind on the mark with everybody on that.
Sure.
And I'm like, are people going to be interested? Even after the fact, I'm way late on top of all that.
I actually never finished that game because I kind of stopped streaming it because I kind of got a little bit bored of it and no one's really interested in it. I was like, I don't feel like finishing the game.
It's like me. I have a game that I'm avid about.
Yeah.
A game that I play guaranteed once a year, and it's about coming around time to play it again. And I love this game. This is my favorite game of all time. And a lot of people are just like, why are you playing this GameCube game? And it's Skies of Arcadia Legends. It was also on the Dreamcast. Awesome RPG. Yes, it has its flaws. But I love it. I don't know why I love it. I just love it. And every time I play it, it doesn't get any views.
Still, but like at the same time, if you love it, like
yeah, I have to. And I play it every time. And like I think 2 nights ago, I played Mega Man X. I'm like, haha, I know I can do this. It's like, what are you doing? Yeah. Did you know you could do that? Did you know? Did you?
Yeah. It was funny because I feel like you guys probably know about like my Paper Mario playthrough that I started, and I never finished it either.
Yeah, I noticed that.
It was big for a while, and now like there's like a very small subsection of my community that is so into it that misses it so much, and they always like, hey, when is Paper Mario coming back? And it's a meme now. So like the other 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago, I posted episode 5 out of nowhere. So now my plan for the game is like every like 7 months or 8 months, post the next episode. So people lose their absolute mind. Your community. They're like, no, Paper Mario's bad. Not everyone loves it at the same time. Not everyone loves it, but like when it does come out, like it's the biggest meme. I just love reading the comments, like, bro, what he just people comment like he actually did it. What a legend! And I was like, dude, it was just so fun. Now I enjoy making it. Just I'm like, it's a meme now, you know.
I saw that and I was like, oh wait, he's actually doing. Like, oh, I forgot about this.
See that?
It was so random. I don't even know why I started to record it, but
that's kind of the thing where like I want to do that kind of stuff, and you know, like get into a game even if it doesn't interest anybody at first.
Sure.
And a lot of people are like, why are you playing this game? Can we play Among Us? And it's like, no, we're playing this. I'm doing this right now. And there's a reason why. You'll love it.
Yeah.
Just stick with it.
Yeah.
Just stay with me. Stay with me. You'll feel the love that I feel for this game if you stay with me.
Yep.
And I always do that. And I think like that was the whole purpose of Level Up Soul, was just me to play random games that nobody seemed to like, and then I'll just play them and go, this game is awesome.
Yep.
Come here, watch with me, play. You know, and that's kind of like, I still embody that a bit. You know, I really want people to see cool games.
Yeah, for sure. And like at the end of the day, I feel like the content that I make now, I feel like a year from now, it might be so different. You know what I mean? Like what I'm doing, like the streams and me being personable and me trying to interact with everybody is never going to change. But the idea of like what the channel is and what it can evolve into is probably always going to be different. But like I'm always going to be myself. Like, I just feel like I have new ideas that I haven't been able to implement yet that I want to do. Like there's like a lot of tutorials that I want to do that I haven't done yet, and like a lot of that stuff. And I have some cool ideas when Snap comes out that I want to just potentially try. But it's just one of those things where like I feel like the other night I was trying to sleep, and I was trying to go to bed, and it was like 7 in the morning, and I was streaming at 11 with Trevor, like 12, and I was laying in bed, man, and the only thing I could think about was future ideas for the channel, and I could not sleep for whatever it was. And I'm like, my mind was just laying in bed, just like my gears were turning the whole time, like what are some cool ideas? And it was like 9 o'clock at that point. I'm like, dude, I gotta go to bed. I'm streaming in 2 hours, and I finally got to sleep, man. But like, I feel like you have like when you have time away, that's like the best time for you to like get like new ideas and new thoughts. And if like if you don't like you could be on the YouTube grind, but like you're streaming every single day and you're making the same videos every day. But like, dude, you're never gonna like be innovative, and you're never gonna have a chance to breathe and like have a chance to think of new ideas. You know?
Yeah, and that's I've had comments from a few of my communities like, "Are you gonna be a Splat-tuber?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, why? You're doing so much Splatoon content, and you got this new series is all Splatoon content, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm just doing things.
What am I? I'm just doing, and I just want to make something.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to make the same thing. You know, just I'll play a game.
Yep.
You know, I'm like, you know what? I got an idea. Why don't we play the game, but make a story out of it?
Sure.
You know, why don't we? You know, hey, y'all like news? Let me make it fun.
Yeah.
That's the kind of ideas I'm coming up with. It's like, hey, you like shorts? You know, I can't do them. I can do them, but they won't like show up in the shorts thing.
Yeah.
Because I'm not at 1K, which is that should just be available, because that's not really a milestone kind of thing. That's a cool way to innovate your channel.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like Twitter, but on YouTube. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Because Twitter really promotes that. Like, I noticed I started doing that on Twitter, and I got a lot more, like, activity. But, yeah, it's like, I'll just do shorts, you know? Here's a random scene of me being really, really crazy. and I do that naturally now. It's like, I'll just be in the middle of a fight. Yeah! Just be nuts.
Yep.
And it's like, yeah, all right, we'll take advantage of all these new ideas. Because, you know, you don't want to do the same old thing. You don't want to just stream sometimes. Sometimes you don't want to make something new.
Yeah, exactly.
And you'd be like, hey!
It's one of those things where, like, if I don't stream sometimes, when people reach out, like, hey, why aren't you streaming? Like, are you okay? Like, it's like, sometimes you just need, like, a little bit of time to, like, meditate and just to make yourself in a position where you can stream the next day, you know what I mean? Like, you can burn yourself out, and like you can get to a point where like you're just streaming every day. But like if you take a couple days to yourself and like you have new ideas, you make new videos, then you go back to streaming and like you have a chance to. It can help you so much.
Yeah, that can definitely help a lot.
You think it's bad now?
Yeah.
imagine when you're at 20K.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's like, how do you fill the time?
I know.
You know, and a lot of people freak out, and it's like, oh, where are you? Are you okay? Are you?
Yep.
And
I'm always gonna be here, even if I'm not here for a day or two. I'm always gonna be here. You know, I'm never gonna go away forever.
I'm not going away.
Yeah.
I tell my community, it's like, I'm not going anywhere.
I'm not going. I'm staying right here.
Yes, I take like a whole bunch of days off. That's because of my job. Trust me, if that time went back in my hands, like the first 3 months, I'd be streaming 7 days a week.
Yeah.
And then I would probably go back down to 5 and 2 days videos. Like, because I know me, because I'm on 1 days off.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't change. You know, and the only bad thing about YouTube is it doesn't, it promotes constant work. It doesn't promote taking time off.
Yeah.
You know, and it's kind of hard. Like I'm watching a whole bunch of. I have 260 subscriptions. Okay, so I see like so much content in a day. It's just ridiculous. I have another TV that all it's doing is playing YouTube.
Yeah, right.
Okay,
I'm the same way. I have
everybody's like, "Do you watch TV? TV sucks. I want to watch creators make crazy things and laugh all day. Yeah. That's why I have that." And I just went to went back to Markiplier because he's my most favorite. He's the one that inspired me to start all this.
Yep.
And he's been gone for 5 days. His whole community's freaking out.
Yeah.
And I'm like. And then he comes back and makes this short 4-minute video telling everybody, yeah, I kind of got busy. And I'm doing this one project and I'm doing this other project. So I might be busy a little while longer and I may be gone for a bit. Yeah. So just so you know. And guess what? Even though there's going to be another gap, people are going to be like, oh my God, where are you? Where's your videos? It doesn't matter. But that lets you know one thing. It lets you know one thing, that your community really care.
Sure.
And again, it's humbling because it's like, wow, okay, I need to do determination activated. I gotta try harder. You're like, I better do something. I feel kind of bad, and it's like, oh, I'm really tired. I'm just gonna take a day off.
Yep.
And everybody's just like, okay, and then everybody also like, where are you?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like,
exactly.
I feel bad. I'm sorry.
It comes from a good place, though. I mean, obviously, one, they want you to stream, and they want to be in your stream, and two, they want to make sure you're okay. A lot of time,
Yeah.
But I think the hardest question that I get asked a lot, people always want to ask me, should I start streaming? And when I get that question, I don't have an answer for anybody else, because, YouTube is a big time commitment, and it's something that you have to love if you really want to do it. If you love it, 100% do it. Yeah. I can't tell you that you should be a streamer, because if you don't love it, and if you're not willing to have a lot of time committed to it, and if you're not willing to put in a lot of hours with no promise of really either growing or getting any kind of feedback or response from it, you gotta really honestly just it's not easy, and it definitely can be something you have to love. You have to love. Dive in. Make 100 videos, and then see if you like doing it still. Then do it.
I kind of come to the same thing, and a lot of people are like, "Oh, you do it? You really like it?" It's like, I like it because I've always been a gamer.
Yeah.
I've always been a tech guy. I've always been involved in stuff similar, so it's like it was inevitable.
Yep.
But for you, what do you like doing? Now it's just what is it that you want to do? It matters, It does. Do you want to do art? Do you want to play games? Do you want to make games? Do you want to It really depends. And how does that work with YouTube?
Yeah, it matters.
It for one, it's does it work in YouTube? Will it work? You can't just do anything. I wish you really could. I wish you had that much availability and that much, But that also doesn't mean you don't have, you can't do it. You can do it. Just it might be more of a struggle.
Sure, exactly.
So it's one is time and devotion. Second is your determination to do it.
Yep.
Third is what are you doing exactly, And 4, do you enjoy it enough to do it every day from now on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yep.
That's what a channel is all about. And a lot of people's like, oh, you got to pick a niche, you got to do this, you got to make a thumbnail. Don't worry about jack of that. If you're going to jump into the deep end, you need 2 things: the content you're going to make and the path that you're going to take with it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And a good sound.
Yeah.
That's it. It doesn't even have to be your microphone. It just has to be like the sound of the content. As long as it sounds good, people are not going to ignore it.
Yeah.
Like,
and if it looks decent. What, Eman?
Like back then, all I used was like whenever I started YouTube, all I used was the phone.
Yeah.
I didn't have like now I'm like I have much more greater stuff that I can like stream with, but I just used the phone back then. I didn't have anything. It's my phone, my voice in the game. That's it.
Exactly. And it's like a lot of people are like, "Oh, how do I start YouTube?" It's like
Record something.
you can start just talking on it.
Yeah.
Yep.
You don't have to have 1,000 subscribers to do live streams from mobile. A lot of people get this wrong. Yes, you have to have 1,000 subscribers if you use YouTube's app.
Yeah, you can use Streamlabs or whatever you want to use to go live on your phone.
So I think mine's Prism, which I've been meaning to do. Like I've been meaning to try this out because I haven't really used it.
Sure.
But I really wanted to do kind of what Nick's doing. You know, more of
streams?
like vlogs.
Yep.
Yeah.
To kind of get people into my world a little bit more and be inspired by. You see all this stuff behind me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't talk about it.
Yep.
I just play games, and it's a good decoration behind me that kind of tells you how in love of this thing I am. You know, how much I love it.
Yep.
But it doesn't tell you, hey, I got Oregon Trail. You know, I love this game. This is my first first PC game.
I lost my mind.
This is Oregon Trail from like the Apple II. I love this.
Yeah.
And it took me so long to find this because I couldn't find a download anywhere. I couldn't put it on a PC anywhere. Couldn't get it. Found this in Target. I was like, you're mine.
Sure.
That's how much I love it. It's like it's stuff like that where I'll turn that around so people say. But like, yeah, I don't collect amiibos just because I want to collect them because I love them.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I love their message to people is like you can love something, love our piece of content, and use it in your games.
Yeah.
And then you can stream with it. It's like the other day I try not to mention this, but now I have 2 Switches, and I'm sitting there and like, you know why I did that, right? It's like, no, we don't get it. Well, I saw Dragon Dance do something similar.
Ooh.
Where you can have 2 Pokemon games at the same time.
Yeah.
So if you can have Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield running at the same time, you don't have to be limited to just 2v2 battles and trades.
Yeah.
You can actually do both at the same time. So, I'm thinking about you guys constantly. That's how much I love gaming. I'm willing to buy a whole other console.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And add that on. And then figure out how to make it work because Nintendo Online, apparently Nintendo's like, oh, you can't have your primary account on 2 different Switches. Okay, that's fine. I'll just make a family account, have a primary, a primary for that Switch and a primary for this, but they're connected to the same family account. So voila! All I gotta do is just buy physical copies for all of my games and digital copies for everything else, and then I can have it on 2 separate accounts.
There you go.
Yeah.
I win! And then I give Nintendo more money to let them know that I really love their content.
Sure.
So in the end,
I always love Nintendo, man. They will always be like my favorite.
Yeah, same for me.
I love them so much, man.
I don't want to be a Nintendo ambassador because it's like, but I love Nintendo so much that it's not even a doubt in my mind. I love Nintendo so much that I have so much Nintendo stuff. Okay, I have another Switch. I have 2 Switches. I have the Wii U. I have a GameCube sitting over here too. I have a Wii. I have.
Yeah, I mean,
I still have this thing. It's a Game Boy Color.
Dude,
the transparent one.
I respect it so much.
Yeah,
the transparent one.
I
still have this with the box. Who keeps the box?
It's crazy.
I still have like a lot of consoles as well. Like I have like, right over there I have a GameCube, I have a Nintendo 64, I have a Wii U.
Oh, that gets crazier. It's crazier. Oh, hold on, I got a whole thing.
DS, 3DS, like I have a lot of consoles.
A DS Lite.
Oh man, the old DSs are such a throwback.
Yeah, it's DS Lite.
I have an old DS too.
It's awesome. I didn't like that it was white, but that's all I could get at the time. It's like, oh, hey, Game Boy Advance SP.
I hope Nintendo's around like in 100 years still. I hope that they just never like. Dude, I just love them so much.
I don't think they're gonna go bankrupt or anything like that.
Yeah,
I'm not really. I'm not too worried about them leaving.
Yeah,
they'll be around in my opinion. They have too many they have too many popular franchises.
Yeah, too many. They're in a good place.
But guys, if you want to wrap this up, man, we've been talking for so long, and it's been so fun, man. We gotta do this again.
How long has it been? I've lost track of time. Oh, it's already 3. Wow, 3 times.
It's crazy, man. It's already 4 times. I cannot believe how this has been today. It's been a lot of fun.
We should do it again when we get to like 1K.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that'd be a big, just to look back kind of thing. Like I said, everybody that's watching this, do a, time capsule video. Just put the scheduler 2 years out, do a video however length you want, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and just talk about how you feel about YouTube that time, how you feel about your community, if you want to talk about all your subscribers, whatever.
And then go look back at it this week. I'm gonna do it this week, and then in 2 years from now, hopefully the beacon's still shining bright. Hopefully it'll premiere. I'm sure it will be.
I'm sure it will. I don't think that's a problem.
I ain't worried about that. It'll be around long time.
Yes, guys. If you guys leave a comment on the video, please let us know if there's any more topics in the future when we do the next podcast all together. If there's anything you want us to talk about. What was your favorite thing that you guys saw today that you enjoyed the most, or what was your favorite thing to listen to? I want to thank Soulartm, and I want to thank Eman for coming on today and being here. It was a lovely time. Go check them out, guys. Their links are going to be in the description and the title of the video, so please go subscribe to them, check them out. I want to see both these guys get to 1,000 as fast as possible. They're both awesome. So. do it for Evie. If not for me, if not for them,
do it for Evie. Do it for Evie. Please.
I want to thank everyone that attended the premiere. I want to thank everyone that's still around in the chat with us right now. I want to thank everyone that liked the premiere. I want to thank anyone that watched this back as a VOD. So, much love, guys. If you guys have any parting words that you guys want to say, feel free.
For everybody that's watching and everybody that's wanted to join YouTube and is committed to do that, stay determined. You're an awesome person, and you will do the best that you can. You will do it. You just gotta stay determined and go. Do what you enjoy. Do what you love, and inspire other people. That's it.
You mean drop me a giant. Just a giant knowledge bomb right now. What do you got for me?
Honestly, same thing with Soul said. If you want to start a YouTube channel or something like that, or start streaming, just go into it. See if you like it, and if you don't, move on or start something else. Just do something you like, and if you enjoy it, just keep going. You'll one day.
Do it for Evie.
Do it for Evie. You'll one day do it for Evie. Evie will be proud.
I love it. It's great advice, man. It's great advice. Yeah, man. I guess I'm gonna leave everybody with like a really cool quote that I heard probably a few weeks ago. It was on a podcast. It said every man lives 2 lives, and the second one starts when he realizes he only has one.
Wow.
So basically, you can wake up today and realize this is your only life, and that starts the second phase of your life that you're living right now. So I challenge everyone to just keep that in mind and know that life is short. And if you love something, you should keep doing it. And if you have anything, if you're, it doesn't matter if you're 15, 18, 21, 30, 50. If you're passionate, man, like your life on this earth is finite. We know that much. Whatever happens after is up for debate and speculation. But while you're on this planet, make the best of your time. Enjoy yourselves. Just do what you love, because your life's too short to do anything else. So, thank you all for watching.
Yeah, you're never too late to do YouTube. Go look up Skyrim Grandma. Then you'll know. Yeah.
You guys, there's a grandma playing Skyrim on YouTube. You can do it too. I promise you. Whatever you want to do, no matter who you are, no matter whether it's YouTube, whether it's anything in life, man. Just figure out what you love, and keep doing it. life's too short to not do that. So
Yep.
thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it.
Thank
you
you
guys so much.
Thank you for inviting me.
Sorry for. I mean, yesterday we were going to record this, but we're back here today and we got it done. So this should be going up tomorrow and Sunday. So hope everyone had an amazing weekend. Thank you all again for being here, and we will talk to you guys soon. We'll definitely have Soul and Eman come back on. So thank you all. I really appreciate it. Everyone have a good night. Everyone have a good night.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Oh man, that was great. That was